Another Sunday, live stream Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. Phones are silent. Thank you. Hey, my name is Peter, as always. And, I'll let y'all introduce yourselves real quick, and then we'll go ahead and jump into it.
I'm Abike.
I'm Chiz. I'm John.
I'm Tam. I'm Ruth.
And there you have it. Hey, new faces, some familiar faces, but guess what? We are going to, what'd you say? Okay. New faces, some familiar faces, but guess what? We're going to have good conversations like we always do. Real quick. If you're watching and you want to chat with us, go ahead and sign into YouTube. All you have to do is click the sign in button on the top right corner of the screen, I think. And all you need is a Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, you can sign into YouTube and you can chat with us. Once you sign in, you see the chat box below. Boom. Chat with us, ask us questions. Let's have a good dialogue. Communicate with us. Also, don't forget, please, we feed off your vibes, likes, comments, shares. Go ahead and take that link and share it to somebody. Give it to somebody who you know wants to have a good conversation, just like we're about to, so they can be a part of the conversation. They can, just good vibes, good conversations. Real people, real conversations, We're real people and we're going to have real conversations. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because we fit up your vibes, if that makes sense. Cool. How y'all doing?
We good. I'm ready.
I'm ready to choose violence.
I'm ready.
She's ready to choose violence.
I'm ready for violence. Go. The gloves are on.
Let's be cultural.
We want violence. That's why.
But hey, check this out. They're acting this way because the topics are actually that way. Like, today's topics are a little, so they're ready to let it all out. And we're here for it. We're ready to receive it.
Yes.
I don't want to fight. So is this like a guy against?
No, it's not. It's not a debate.
About gender.
It's no. I mean, if you decide to go in that route, that's fine. But
if we go in that route, I'm moving over here.
Right.
But whatever happens, the key thing is, to have a good dialogue. That makes sense. And so hopefully people can actually pick out, a few things from whatever conversations we end up having. Hey, also don't forget, like I said before, if you want to chat with us, if you're watching and you want to chat with us. Go ahead and click that sign in button on the top right corner of your YouTube window. All you need is a Gmail account. Sign in, and then you see the chat box and you can chat with us. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, I think we'll go ahead and start because we're pretty much out of time. But let's do this. I got the topics, and we're going to talk about it, right?
What's the first topic?
Where shall we begin?
Okay. I'm gonna read this out, and then we start talking from about it from there. So let's do this. The first one goes: men chase women with big butts and big breasts, and they say it is their preference. But when a woman wants a guy for his money, they start tripping. So basically, the conversation goes: if you can have a preference for a girl with big butt and big boobs, why can't I have a preference for a man with money?
That's a good question.
Questions that need answers.
That's a good question.
So wait.
I think we might want to define preference in some way, because I get the preference when it comes to looks. I get the preference when it comes to assets or whatnot they call them these days. But physical attributes, right? But preference when it comes to your financial standing, I get that too in a way, but there's a very thin line, I think, because at a point it becomes a thing of greed and
gold digging?
I think that's a wild assumption.
No,
Yes.
I think that is a wild.
That's a wild
It really isn't, because every time we've heard of, oh, I want the man who got money, we know where it's coming from, we know what y'all talking about. Y'all want to eat money and no, every time I've heard it, that's all I've heard. You just want to chop his money.
No, so,
how are you going?
So since they are saying assumptions, right? I guess the question is for the ladies. Is when you actually want a guy that is what was the distance?
A guy that's rich.
That's rich. Like, what do you mean? Like, so we don't make assumptions.
So, from my perspective, as a woman who is by definition, independent, pays her own bills, has a job, went to school, puts a lot of time and effort into her appearance. You know, just like women, we have a lot of pressure put on us. We have to look good, we have to be in shape, we have to have big titties, big booties, we have to
Like
do
the
all these
question
things.
says.
So why can't the one standard that we have be that a man has money? You know
And I
what I'm
think when we
saying?
say money, we just more so mean like be able to take care of us. You know, like treat us nicely, you know, take us on a nice date, you know, something. We still give in other ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be money, but we just want to be taken care of.
Exactly.
At least that's my definition of when I say a man with money.
So you want a man with money that can take care of you.
Yeah, be able to
Like
Take
in
care
what
of
way?
us.
I want to be a baby girl.
Why not? If you
I
want
mean,
that in your life, why not?
I really don't see the problem.
I don't see the issue with that either. I feel like also when you have a certain, as a woman who makes, you know, her own money, what's wrong with wanting a man that makes the same or more than me?
So what's wrong with someone that makes less? I'm not saying there's anything wrong.
There's
I'm
nothing
asking
wrong.
questions.
No,
What's
that's
wrong
fine.
with someone that makes less? Right? Let's say you're making 100, right? A year. I don't know he's 100. Let's say you're making 60 a year. And he's making 50, 45, right?
See, my
Can he
thing-
still take care of you?
Okay, see, my thing for me, I work too hard. I work too hard for my money, okay?
Okay.
So if I'm to meet a man who's making less than me, he really needs to be able to prove himself in other ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be about his bank
Wait,
account.
what other ways?
Other ways. It doesn't
Like
necessarily
good
have to be
looks?
about his bank account. It's not necessarily about the looks
Okay.
as well. Other ways. Like he can use whatever money he has, or sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be about money. You know, we can make cute little dates, you know, little
Okay.
things that just show me that he really cares about me, not on the money sense. But I work too hard to like not think about that aspect
So-
in a man, you know?
Can you build a house? Can you build me furniture, a bookshelf?
Oh,
Can
okay.
you
What
fix
if,
my
what if,
car?
what if he could? He can. He does those
Mine
things.
agrees.
That would be
It's
useful.
fluid.
That's definitely cute.
That would be useful. Yeah.
So that's that. So and again, I want us to, because here's the thing. We're talking about preference. Remember. So
Yeah.
So are those going to tally up to be your preferences in a man? He needs to have money. He needs to be good. He needs to be able to build a house. He needs to be able to fix my car, change my tires.
Again, it's
So-
preference, so it depends on each girl. I mean, like, if I'm talking to a dude
Look,
on a date or
the
whatever.
guy just wants breast and bum bum.
Oh, that's not all he
That-
wants.
he
That's
just-
what he wants at the moment. He
just-
probably just seen her walk across the street and he's like, yeah, there go that ass.
So what does
It's
he
just
what does he
like-
want after that?
That's a
I
lot.
don't know. You're going to have to sit down and talk with him. He doesn't
Okay.
want a dunce, I'm sure. He doesn't want someone who's just about to eat his money for
Okay.
free. You got to be able to do something else than just have
You
a
gotta
big
bring
butt and
something.
big titties.
Exactly.
Like what?
That will only last for like 2 seconds and maybe a couple one-night stands, okay?
In order
Give
to
him a
keep
baby or
a
two.
man of means, you have to actually have substance behind
Yes,
you.
you do.
Because
Right.
the
Substance
looks.
is- what does that mean?
What you mean? What is?
What you say?
I don't know.
Ha,
what
someone speak Igbo, please.
you have to have substance.
Okay,
Explain something.
what is your
Substance.
preference then?
What
Then
do
what
you
is your
think
preference?
substance
You
is?
haven't answered the question
What's
yet.
my preference?
You've been changing it to everybody else.
What's your preference?
Like what do you mean? Like
This question that he just asked, how do you respond?
so I think when it comes to a girl, like I think I actually focus more on like yes, physical attributes
Okay,
and values.
okay. See, it's
I
more
could
than.
give 2 shits how much she makes. Sorry, come on.
You wouldn't give 2 shits how much you make.
Oh, I can't cuss.
Doesn't matter.
I feel like as a
Well, you
woman,
don't care
that's a
about that.
concern though.
Don't care how much she
I
makes.
feel like that's a concern with
As
men.
you
It's not
should.
as much as
I
as a
feel like
concern.
you're saying that now, but when that time comes, because baby, love
What
and
makes
beauty,
you-
that stuff will not last.
Right.
When
That's why I
time
said-
comes for the long term and
Let
you
me-
are the
let me
only
say
one
this.
footing the cost in every situation, you will be looking at her like,
I thought that's what
baby,
this
What are you
go get a
doing?
job.
Okay, so are we potentially saying that man and woman, how much you make or your financial standing should be,
I definitely,
it should be a priority or it should be a preference for both man and
it
woman?
should definitely be a thought.
It should be a lot.
We need to talk about that.
Yes.
Money will mess you up. I can love you and love your looks and love who you are as a person and love your character and your personality, but if you are broke, what can you do for me?
So this is the thing, right? So you said broke, right? When I said 45,000, right? You're like,
he wasn't
broke.
Can we stop acting like money doesn't matter in America?
No. It matters. No,
Go
I'm not
outside.
saying. No, I'm not saying it doesn't matter.
$200. I breathe. It cost me $200.
Right.
Like, I need money to live. Can we stop pretending like money doesn't
You
matter?
keep forgetting that, the lifestyle choices you make is your choice. It's not needed. These are wants you have,
Right,
right?
it's preference.
Okay, so if for some reason like someone is making $45,000, right? Let's say it's making that, and you're making 100, right? You guys are good when it comes to finances. Am I right?
I mean, if I can comfortably, if I'm good with money and I have the money to take care of the both of us or whatever, yeah, I mean, you know, but again, he can't be a
I'm seeing too many
But I will
contradictions.
not.
And that's the thing. So you see how it's getting a little confusing because here's the thing. You're saying yes and you're saying no.
It's preferences.
Okay,
it always
so
depends. It depends on who I'm with at the moment, you know?
And I think what she's saying is like, if the man is worth it, women do not have a problem with giving their last.
Yes.
So for me, we have to be on our way, if not already in marriage. Like, I have to see a ring in my future. I'm not just going to be taking care of my boyfriend.
Exactly.
And he be a bum on my couch because
Hello.
that's another bill for me.
Right.
Okay, so
That
a
would be
bum on your couch
stupid.
is a different conversation.
But
Someone
you
that
can
makes
make
less than
45,000.
you is not a bum.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I agree too. I
Okay.
agree for sure. Again,
but you just want him to be working towards making more than you.
you don't even necessarily need to work towards making more. I just need to know that you are a person of character. You might not make that much money, but in other ways, you're like, girl, I got you. In other ways, like
Yeah.
emotional, physical, you know, other ways.
Can you respect
Security.
a man that makes less than you?
I can absolutely respect a man that makes less than me. But then we need to talk about it. If what we're making together does not take care of our home or our future or maybe future kids, what are we doing? You might be cute, you know, I might love your character and everything, but we cannot
Ruth, I can't
sustainably.
keep up with you.
I'm serious. It's preferences. You have to talk it out with your other
I think she's
person.
saying money is
If you
important.
change the numbers,
And
and
I don't think she's
exactly,
driving away from
money
she is saying
is
that
money is important. But if you don't have that much money, I'm not going to disrespect you for it. But you have to balance me in other ways.
Have you dated anybody that made less than you?
I have, and it's very hard.
It's stressful.
It's
What was
very
hard?
hard.
Why was it hard?
I am the one who's maybe taking care of like dinners, or like he can't do nice things for me because he can't really, you know, balance me
afford-
out.
can afford
Yeah,
the
and then it
level of
starts to
niceness.
look somehow. You know, I'm a certain standard woman, so if my man can't really keep up with that, you know, I can't drag you or anything like that. I don't know, your personality really has to come up, and you kind of have to show me, like, I might make less than you, but I'm your man, and I got you, like, in whatever way. I can show you, I can look the look, but I don't make that much money.
Nah.
So basically, is that for public perception?
No, again, this is just my preference.
Okay,
in
right,
him.
right.
She
I
wants a
have to be
confident
with
man.
him. Yeah, I have to be
And
with
that's what I was
him.
about to say. So you're saying at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much he's making, but
Yes.
he needs to be confident. He needs to satisfy you emotionally.
Yeah,
He
you
needs
have
to
to
level
balance
up.
me.
He needs to complement in other ways.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I
Yes.
think that makes
Which
sense.
I think a lot of men out there can do.
Well, my thing is this: as much as you're saying that, I'm just, you know, this is just me playing devil's advocate. I don't know how that actually plays in reality.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think.
I-
I have
It's
to
fun
agree with
saying
him.
it.
I have to agree with him.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't
it
know
actually
how
works
it
out.
plays in
reality.
Especially with
Yeah.
Nigerian men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
But
No, let's
I'm
not
sitting here
go
footing the
let's
bill.
not
Trifleness.
go
Let's not go
blaming
there. It's
Nigerian
Like
kings
I know,
right
I
now.
know a
Let's be-
specific household where they broke up. The woman she makes more than the man. They didn't sign what those things.
Prenup.
Yeah, man. And she will not leave him because she can't.
And that's
because
see,
he'll take half.
Yes.
Stuck?
man.
Yeah, she's stuck. So literally, what
Oh,
they decided.
welcome to a man's world.
What they decided.
That's
What you
right
just
now,
explained,
that's a whole
literally,
other
literally,
topic
what
right
you just
there.
explained
Like,
is a man's
That's
world.
a whole other topic right there.
Yeah, it is.
Because y'all be marrying people that y'all don't actually like, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, I agree with them.
Anyway,
I do. Yeah.
Oh
Wait,
my
men
God.
get married to women that they don't really
So
like.
like I think some men
Because
just
she
get
got the
married
big
because
booty and
because she got the titties in the ass.
I've literally seen
get-
men
yeah,
that
she
like
get
a girl
breasts.
because they feel like other guys will like her, they're like, okay, yeah. But deep down, they don't even like
I
her.
believe that.
Do you want to call
What?
some of those names?
What kind of man is
I
that?
believe guys are so
Who be doing
weird.
that?
They're so weird.
Say something
They
like
will
that.
chase the girl because another guy is chasing the girl, and she's probably the it-looking type of
Yeah,
Are you
okay, guys.
serious?
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Don't act surprised. You guys do it even way worse. Don't act surprised. Don't act
I'm
surprised.
surprised.
You guys do it way worse.
Women do
You
not
guys
do
know
What
that
worse?
your girl likes your girlfriend
Oh.
has an eye on this guy, and that's why you want to put your 10 eyes on him.
No.
Y'all do it worse.
Not
I'm sorry.
me.
No.
Not me.
Y'all, okay, maybe
No.
that's you, but
I don't
Which
do
people
that.
you know?
This
You must be
weird.
some
This
weird
thing actually
friends.
happens
Exactly.
to
That's
a
what
lot.
weirdo bitches like.
What?
It happens a lot.
y'all do it. Come on.
That is so sad.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's
That's
just,
pathetic.
that's just how, you know.
I don't feel like women do that.
I would never do that to my best friend.
I would
Just
never do that
because
to any woman.
any woman.
Don't
But
worry.
It says-
Right.
It depends on
Maybe
the
he-
type.
I mean,
It
it's
depends on the
friends.
guy.
Maybe
Don't
it's
worry.
friends.
Look at it. Some women will see a guy that they know with his babe.
some will though.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
no.
No, some
No.
girls, I've seen it.
Some will. Some will. It's
But me-
But
because
as a guy, I wouldn't do that.
they lack some
Never.
esteem.
Never ever.
I can't do
What?
that.
I
You
wouldn't do
said
that.
see the guy with his girl and then
Because-
approach him?
Yes.
Weird.
That is
What?
weird.
No,
Yes.
maybe at least respect her a little bit when he leaves.
There we go.
No,
No, I
Y'all
get
have seen
respect.
that happen before?
It happens,
Yes.
girl.
That's
Trust me.
weird. That's
That's what
Athletes.
does happen to one of
Okay,
them.
women is that Kardashian.
I believe it. I know it happens.
That's
Anything,
right.
anything
Every
you
6
say, I
months.
believe you. Because this world is weird.
It's
Yeah.
weird. But can I
I
just
tell you,
piggyback
so-
real quick off of
Go
what
for it.
Ruth said?
Mhm.
I know her standard, you know, she said what she said, but for me personally, if I'm footing all the bills and all you're bringing is personality to the table, it's a no-go for me. You have to be paying bills. Like, it's just very simple. If I can afford my own lifestyle, I need a man who can also afford my lifestyle. And that's
Yeah.
just period.
Wait. So with that statement, so you need a man who can afford
Her lifestyle.
your lifestyle.
Not his lifestyle.
Not his.
Her
Both
type.
of ours.
I feel like your type of lifestyle, correct? Like this.
No,
certain
she said if she can afford
Because
her
she
lifestyle,
can afford her lifestyle.
then she
That
needs a
wants
man that can
who
afford her
come on, so
lifestyle.
that the when he cannot afford her own, then should not keep her this thing.
But is that bad though?
It's not bad.
It's
That's
No,
what she
this,
wants.
this has nothing to do with bad or
Yeah,
rude
exactly.
or whatever.
Okay.
I
I
think
feel like
it's
it's
just
a
like
possibility it can have you single for a really long time.
no.
Because
Yeah. Which
you
is
really,
yeah.
it's so hard, it's so crazy. This world is weird, but man.
But it's just like, what are you willing to compromise to be with
yeah,
a man? Like,
yeah. But
No,
y'all
so-
gotta
but the
talk
thing is-
now. We need to have a conversation.
I don't
So
know.
you're saying what are you willing to compromise before you meet a guy? Is that what you said?
or to just be in a
To be
relationship.
with a guy. Why do you have to compromise anything?
Exactly.
No, if you're talking money, are you saying what do you mean by that statement? What do you need to compromise in order to be with a guy?
Like, if you know your standards, like you desire a man who has money, why do you have to settle? Me personally, yes, I said I would love if a guy could afford my lifestyle and his, because I'm thinking long term. Like, if I'm the one that's gonna have your child, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be down for a couple of months. I'm not gonna be at work. Can you take care of us? That's what I'm truly thinking about.
That's true.
I'm not just being selfish, like I just need you to pay my bills just because. Like,
But see, there are pros and cons to that. Like, he may have money to be able to contain you and the child, but then he's also at work, you're the one who's taking care of the child by yourself, doing the dishes, taking care of the food, doing your own
There's a
job,
balance there.
while he's
Yeah.
at work making the money to give you. That is tiring.
that's
I know my job right now, doing that and then being a wife and then having kids and then making sure my husband has food when he comes home and then making sure the house is clean.
Exactly.
And then waking the baby up, cleaning the baby, taking the baby, feeding the baby, doing some breast milk.
Now, so here's the thing with that, right?
Whew.
then you're
I
married
hate.
single mother.
I pray you don't be in that situation where you have to do all of that stuff because at that point, he's not. I mean, they say he's king, but don't treat him like a king.
Yeah.
Don't think that. I mean,
No, but I'm saying that in the
saying-
sense, I'm saying that in the
Yeah,
sense
like
that he
that.
may have money, but
Right.
there's so much more than money. Like, you need to be a man that is able to come down and like,
Right.
you can still provide, but I need you to help me. I need
that's,
help.
and that's what I'm saying.
You know? So that's
So
where the
I don't
balance,
understand,
to
like,
me, that's
what-
where the balance comes from, you know?
So why should he provide and help at the same time? That's too much work.
Because it's his wife. It's his family. It's his
Is
child.
this not your
What kind of
child?
question is
Yeah.
this?
Oh, you talk about when you're pregnant.
Not just
Pregnant.
pregnancy.
Oh,
It's
like,
even
no, I'm talking about when
life.
you're pregnant and you have a kid. I'm talking about
So
like
you
this
just- you
dating
just-
phase, right? Like, is he going to provide and help too? I'm asking.
Or
So you just
provided
gonna
it's
go to
help.
work, come
Huh?
home.
Provided
Like,
it's help.
what
Providing
type
I'm
of
coming
weird
down to them. She
relationship
actually
is
said
that?
provide
Uh-huh.
and help. So like cleaning up the house and everything. Because I feel as a man.
Here we go.
As
Here we go. As a man, what? What? Say it.
Go for it, go for it.
As a man, I want to be providing for my family. Then my wife will, take
And
care of
then not.
things like clean the house, wash the clothes, take care
So
of
this
take
is
care of
fire.
things,
Now
right?
this makes me question, what is your definition of provide? Are you talking about financially?
Financially.
Because do you
Yes,
feel that
yes.
women do not provide? We provide. It's even monetary too. I have a job,
Okay.
right? I will still be working,
Mhm.
I'm sure, when I get married anyways,
Okay.
whenever that time comes. But I'm still providing,
Providing, okay.
somehow financially, probably, putting money into the house and things
I
like
see.
that, and also helping.
Okay, so let me
And
ask you.
nurturing
Let me
as
ask you.
well.
So in that case, right? Let's say we're married, right?
Yes.
I will move into a house, right? Our mortgage is like what, $1,500 a month? How much are you bringing in?
I mean, don't ask me specifics.
No,
But
you're
I was
providing as a
thinking-
woman. You're working, right?
Yeah.
So how much are you bringing in?
I don't know. Again, it depends on me and my man when we have that conversation, and we can talk about those finances,
So check this out. I
like
have
what
a
he
quick- I have a
got,
quick
what I
question.
will pitch in.
Do you,
She's that
do you expect-
I'm crying.
So do you expect
So-
your husband to pay the mortgage?
Yes.
I would like
Okay.
that personally.
He needs
said
to.
yes.
He needs
I-
to take
Wait,
Wait, hold on.
that.
So
Actually,
you're paying the
I
mortgage.
respect
care of
no.
the
So you're paying the
Come
mortgage.
on,
Yeah,
man.
so okay.
Damn.
Before we even go,
No,
there.
we just want to
Yes, I will pay the mortgage,
You will
right?
pay the mortgage.
But my thing is, fuck, I forgot my
Oh, yeah. because
So you said you want the guy to fit the bills, right? Is that English correct?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
pay the
okay.
bills, yeah.
So why is that? I just wanted to know, like, what is is it because he's a man? Like, I want to understand. Because
Man.
I'll be paying my mortgage. I just want to know why I'm doing it. That's all.
because you're the man.
Because money
Oh,
is
I'm the man. Okay,
finance.
okay.
No, but I have a
I
quick
mean-
question. Chiz, you said that you would want to provide and take care of all the bills, and you want her to take care of the household,
Yeah.
and take care of something else. If you meet somebody like this,
Okay.
how would that move?
So
forward?
my thing is this, right? I'm providing everything. I'm doing everything. I want my wife to sit at home.
So that's what I'm saying. If you
So you
meet
want
somebody
that
like
to be
this,
you want a housewife.
Yeah, like that's the thing. So you, like my thing is this, right? You can't. This is my balance, right? No, this is my balance, right? You want me to pay all the bills, right? But you want to still be working.
Honestly, if my man covered everything in the house,
Okay, you
baby,
will not
I
work
would-
again.
We could talk
All
about
right.
it.
Housewife.
I would go
We
to
could
the gym when you
negotiate.
come home. I'm gonna be looking
So let
good.
me
baby's
ask
gonna
you.
be there.
Let me
Food is gonna be
Ruth,
there.
can you honestly tell yourself
be
this,
arranged.
that when you're actually married, you would just sit at home?
Oh, but see, again, that depends with me and my man. I am not a housewife.
But you just
No, this was a scenario where we were talking about
Okay.
you, and you were asking me if that was a scenario between us. But for me
Okay. You
and
would want to
my
go to work.
person, yeah, I'm a worker.
Okay, so you're working, you're making money, right? What are you doing with your money?
I don't know, certain things, taking care of the home, getting food,
Buying
Getting
decorations.
So you're
clothes.
buying groceries and all that.
getting my baby's clothes, right? Making food.
Right.
No,
Let's
Like,
Buying
literally,
gifts.
do you know
No,
how much it is
shoes.
to keep
We
a
don't
home?
just eat
How
Do you know
much?
how much
And
it
a
is to keep a
child?
home? Even my own small
Let's
apartment.
let's stop talking about children. I'm talking about like just us being in a home. Like
Okay, just a home. It's
Okay,
a lot
what-
to keep a home, to make a home a
Maintain.
home.
What
You
is-
know?
no, it's
Bedroom
not.
essential.
Yes, it is.
All right, check this
I
out.
do that as
You
a
are
single
such a
person.
guy, bro.
Yeah.
Chiz, I can tell you
I
this.
do that as an adult man. Like I take care of my home.
You have
You're a
home?
guy.
Let me
I
tell you
can only
something.
imagine how your home looks. How
I take
you
this
look.
out.
But
Exactly.
it's amazingly clean.
Listen.
So what does that mean? Like what? Do you want to like release aura in the house? What are you talking about?
It's like when you go to your mother's house, how does it feel?
Yeah.
Right.
That
How
doesn't
does it
just
feel?
appear.
It's not a storage space,
So
right?
all I can say,
it's not just
all I can
place.
say to that is, women have a definition of home,
Definitely.
and men have a definition of.
What is that?
It be men that be
I
having a
don't
TV on the
understand.
ground, a fold chair,
Right.
What-
PS5, and that's all
First of
they
all,
need.
what men are this?
I'm just joking, but that's
Sorry.
the difference between
So are you
Yeah.
are you
men
trying
and
to like
women.
figure
You know,
out in
we
the
are like
household what
He
does it
doesn't
look like
have a
in
home
the sense
yet.
of?
He lives in an apartment.
No, I mean like
Maybe.
you're talking about trying to break down the finances. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes, I was trying to.
So
do
you're
that.
trying to figure out. So if you're paying for the house, like you're paying the mortgage, you're
Yeah.
paying the bills. and the woman's working, what is her money going to? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
she
trying to
says she's
figure
trying
out?
to make the home, and I don't think making a home is actually that much.
So what does that mean, making a home? Like,
There's just so many things that comes with making a home.
Big
Like,
ones.
it's the season,
I'm
right?
big
Like,
ones.
'tis the season now. This is Christmas time, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve is coming home. When you come home, you see a Christmas tree,
It's
you
the
know,
little things.
we're getting gifts. It's the little things.
So-
There-
so
there
you're
are
saying-
so
okay, so you're
there's
saying-
so many.
okay, hold on.
Just
Okay, so
alone.
you're saying that it's 2-income household. Your husband's working, you're working. He's paying the bills. He's paying the mortgage. He's paying the utilities,
Light bill,
everything. And then you're saying your money is going to define what that means about the home.
But
Because
you know,
that's what he's
again,
trying to figure out.
this is preference, okay? We're talking about preference. If it was me and my person, we would have to have a deeper discussion about that. I mean, for me personally, I don't think I would have him paying every single thing. Like, you know, I can definitely pay the light bill. You know, like, come on.
Maybe insurance.
The water bill, you know?
Your car note.
You guys are wild.
No, for real. Like, I don't mind. But like
Yeah.
the big stuff?
Yeah, like the.
You got the big stuff.
My husband must pay the mortgage.
Like our earlier conversation started a certain way. Now you guys are really showing your true colors. So
And-
continue.
So we still didn't talk about. So I want see. Here's the thing. What he said. I'm still trying to. Let's put a head around it real quick. He wants to be the provider, and he wants.
Hypothetically.
I mean, yeah, that's what he wants, right? Okay, and he wants his wife. Oh shit, Cody
To
said.
be a housewife.
Cody said Christmas tree key you there.
Oh wow!
Alright, no, come on, back to this, real quick. He wants to be a provider, and he wants his wife to be a stay-at-home wife. I'm trying to understand how he's gonna maneuver through when he meets a working class person like Ruth. Like that's something. Let's not take it too far. How would you go through? You meet somebody like her, working class. She's very, very ambitious. And you should chime in as well. If you meet somebody like him who wants you to be at home, but you know you're a working class person and you want to have your money and you want to do your thing. If that, how are y'all going to go through
So
that
first
situation?
of all, like I think, and then maybe those people will probably not merge together. But personally, if I actually meet someone like that, which honestly that's my preference, because I like responsible adults that are working and making money for themselves. So if for some reason I meet someone like that, I expect that if we're going to have this lifestyle together, like let's say we're living in this high rise or this nice home,
With the Christmas tree.
we're both going to be going 50-50 on it, right? Because we are both making money. Do you understand? So you're not going to say, oh, you know what, I'll chip in 20% and take the remaining, your remaining money to be buying yourself Louis Vuitton. You think I don't like Louis Vuitton too?
Exactly.
What?
So
That's
you
where my money is
expect
going.
us to split the bills 50-50?
No.
Oh my God, ridiculous!
I don't like that
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay.
Asshole.
Oh my goodness.
Does that work for you?
Again, you know, I don't think my husband is in this room. Okay. But we would just have to have a discussion, you know.
So it's either 50-50 split the bills or stay at home wife. There's no other option. That's it.
I mean, I don't think I would say that, but maybe there are more options. But I genuinely think that is actually unfair.
I feel
like,
like
the
when you
I-
say bills, you really are looking for us to like pay like water bill, utility, like things like that.
No, my
There's
thing
so many bills in the home. It's
So,
just the home.
This is
I'm
the
telling
thing,
you.
right? Like, if both of us are making money, no one can actually explain to me why it's a guy's responsibility to take more of the bills. I don't
It's in
understand
the
that.
Bible.
It's a role thing. There's roles. You leave your father's house to go where? Where do you go when you leave your father's house? You go to your husband's house. That's why I want my man
You
to pay
leave
the
your
mortgage.
father's house to be an adult, then you move in to a house that both of you actually decide to move into. It's not his house. Or what are you
I'm gonna just say this on that topic.
That's
I feel no. He has a good point because here's the thing. The same way, like you just said, the woman makes the home. Literally, how do you see, like, you want to make the home, you want to do all these things? Are you gonna be asking that, hey, give me money, let me go and buy this for this house?
Absolutely not.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. So
That's
you have
what
no
I'm
money.
saying.
That's how we pitch in. That's the way that.
No, but here's the thing.
the
But
money
keep
works.
in mind though, he's already paying what? Maybe he's paying the mortgage or paying. There's nothing wrong with you taking care of everything that has to do with the household, and nothing wrong with you paying certain. This is just me speaking. Because again, we're in a society where women have the final say. I'm sorry. You have the final say, right?
Yeah.
And so if you have that final say, put your money where your mouth is and use your money to push it through.
So
This is the other
I think
question
I'm
I'll
just
ask though.
different.
Like, if for some reason, right, I come to you and I'm like, hey, like, you know what? I'm going to chip in. Sorry, chipping or pitching? I'm going to pitch in.
it means the same.
It's the same thing.
This is
So, we'll jump to the next one.
I'm going to pitch in as a man, right? Then you take care of the bill. How would you feel?
What?
Wait, can you say that?
I'm going to
So-
chip in as a man.
I'm reversing the roles. Like,
We wouldn't make it to that point.
It would be. I feel like it would be.
so my thing is this, right? What is so like?
You see, my father, he doesn't do that, please.
Let's talk about our
My
fathers.
father doesn't do that, so therefore,
First of all, we've
My
now
father was
we've
a
realized
provider.
that our parents are like, they are not the blueprint for anything. We understand this. Our parents are not really the blueprint for
Well, I
relationships.
agree with that. I agree with that.
So why
I feel like we
picking
can
and
take the good
choosing?
things from our parents.
No, you're
The
thinking
good
what
things.
is
We can leave the
convenient
bad,
for
but take
you, not what is.
I don't think it's
Good.
convenience. I don't think it's convenience.
Is
though.
that good?
I don't think it's. We
But
gotta remember,
all
we're talking about
relationships-
our wife, our husband. This is a family. This is us. It's not roommates. You get what I'm
Hello?
saying? So you taking care of all the bills. It's not just for her benefit. It's for our.
Okay, so
household.
that's why I
You
said
get what I'm saying?
I reversed the roles, right? So you taking care of those bills is for our benefits. Can you do that?
I mean, it depends on the financial situation. Is it because? Why are you doing that? That's what I would ask.
No, that's what I was saying. Like, it seems like it's done because of as a man, not because of I'm making more or whatever, right?
I mean,
Because
there's
it's done because
definitely
of that.
that there. You are.
There
the
are
man.
gender roles.
Yeah,
Like, for my
exactly.
marriage, there would be gender roles.
Yes,
Okay,
there's
so it
two.
sounds
There's
to
gender
me-
roles. Do you bear
Do
the
you not
children?
believe in gender roles?
Do you bear the children?
If you don't want
No,
gender
no,
roles,
no.
that's fine
I
You
too.
don't believe in
I
gender?
don't.
Okay.
That's fine.
So Chizzy wants a woman to split bills with.
And that's how you talk to your
And
wife.
that's how we answer the question.
you.
Yes.
Okay,
Not
so-
for us.
But for me,
So,
yeah, for
no.
us, we have our gender roles.
I don't mind preferences, right? I don't. What I'm asking is, why do you even have these preferences?
There
Are they, like,
differences.
well-founded?
We are men
Maybe
and
it's
women. We are
from
different
experience,
people. Like,
Yeah,
own
but
life
that
experiences.
doesn't make me any better.
it's not saying that you're
Doesn't that
better.
make me that I piece money?
All right, check this. So here's the
I
thing.
don't need you.
I feel like everybody has preferences, whether you know it or not, whether
Yeah,
you
of course.
consciously decide or not.
Yeah.
But your preference. If you like to drink water instead of oranges, that's your preference. Right? It's a preference. Anyway, I want us to let's move to the next topic. But I want to jump on this comment real quick before we do. When you guys are saying let's go
Who
back
said
to
something
our
about the Christmas tree?
let's go back to when they said let's go back.
Tell them.
You said let's go back. Let's use our parents. When y'all said let's use our parents as a blueprint. Cody says.
So my
Cody said
mother doesn't
my
talk
mother doesn't talk back. Let's do this. No, seriously. I think with that first topic, good conversations first of all, but I don't think there's a clear-cut definition of when it comes to these things. Of I think it depends on the two people involved. Communication, making sure that you guys know what it is that you actually want and bring it together and agree on it and move forward.
Yes.
And
I think
just to help
I would
you out
agree.
real quick, just imagine the gender roles as in like how it played out in the past. The man was always expected society-wise for the man to be the one that's the breadwinner.
Yes.
So those gender roles automatically, you can see how it fits with, okay, he's bringing in the
That
money,
time,
the
yeah.
woman's at home. And it translates into the future. Well, the definition is changing now because women
Have
are
more
now
opportunity.
working,
Yeah.
they have the
Yes.
opportunity to
More
work.
opportunity, yeah.
So
And
we
then-
may have to
but-
redefine the roles, but I think automatically you can say, okay, the man was always bringing in the money, so it was
Yeah.
really dependent on him.
Well, I understand that. So I think this is one thing that actually troubles me. It's like, okay, yes, then women didn't have the opportunity they had then, right? Like they have now, sorry, right? So now, like, look, you probably make more than most men.
Yo, she flipped
Do you understand?
that.
So my thing is this, right? Like,
Ooh, that
I
bothers
feel
me.
like times are changing, right? And I feel like, and this is my opinion, I could be wrong. I feel like some women are choosing some things to actually like, oh, you know what, I'm going to be independent, but
Right.
the man has to still.
Right.
Because I want my money
What
and
bothers
yours
you?
too.
What bothers you? A man, are you making more than a man bothers you? You making more than a man bothers you?
Because my thing is, why are men all of a sudden lagging behind women? Why are y'all relaxing? What are y'all, like, y'all
Okay.
don't desire to, like, keep up? Y'all,
Keep
it's
up
like
with
women
what?
started making
It's
more money
endless.
and y'all just started to chill, like, oh, okay, my girl got it. Like,
know.
that doesn't make you
I like
feel
a certain type
bad.
of man.
Like,
We're gonna move forward now. We're gonna jump to the next topic. Look, I think what you're saying needs to be talked about, and we probably
Let's have a
should
discussion.
form that into a topic and make do more discussions on that.
Okay.
And you know, but I like some rationale behind that. Like, is it just woman that you're experiencing that's doing that? Or?
No, she's actually right. Like, more women are getting richer than men.
that
But
doesn't
why?
make y'all
But
feel
why
bad.
though? No,
I'm
here's
not
the
sure
thing.
why.
No, here's the thing. It's happening, but I don't think that men are necessarily stepping back or sitting back. It's happening. It's happening. I don't know why it's happening, but it's happening. But men are actually hustling and bustling, trying to make it. It might become an issue when he gets with a woman who is actually making so much more, and she lets him know it like every day,
Yeah.
24/7. And then you're gonna see him fall back way, way back.
That would take a toll.
You know what I'm saying? So it's happening with everybody, but it's happening. But men
think-
actually trying to push it.
I think
But
part of why,
it's
I think
still
part of
blame
why
there,
that we see
More?
that happening though is, I think for a lot of young men, they spend, so the man, it's funny because the man needs to make money, but he needs to also, in order to make money, he has to find his purpose, his passion. In the mix of that, he's also trying to find a woman. The truth about this though is you can only focus on one. So if a man's focusing on trying to get a woman, he's not really putting his energy into focusing on whatever his purpose and his passion is. And that's what's going to equal out to him making money. So a lot of times we as men, we have it flipped. It's like, let me just focus on my purpose and passion so I can make the money. And because that is actually my number one thing. And let the woman come along with that. I just see that in society how, you know, our focus is a little bit off because we literally are chasing tails. I mean, I've done it. It's no, for real, because it's almost like a waste of time in a way. When I could use that energy to focus on the thing that's gonna make me feel fulfilled. Because a man that doesn't have a purpose or a passion, he's literally he's gonna be what you described, like somebody just kind of like steps to the back and just kind of. So a lot of times women are looking for a man that has purpose and passion.
Yes,
But women also don't want to feel like they're number two. But unfortunately, the woman is going to have to be number two
Yes.
to a man that has his purpose and passion.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, once we really literally understand that, then we can understand what our roles are.
we
Because
did this-
literally, the woman, you're not going to be the number one.
We had that topic
You
last
can't
week,
be.
Absolutely.
where you have a guy who's ambitious, and where does a woman fit in his world?
Yeah.
You know, and it
Right.
was. But this is, I want to say, we run out of time. I want you to look at these comments when you feel like it, because it's going to bring a lot more conversation. Because Cody literally said, so with what you said, women are beginning to have more money. How about y'all start proposing to men?
Oh, hold on now.
No, he did not.
I will
Hold on now.
So,
mop
We ain't
the
got time for
ocean floor
Hello?
before I ever get on
You know
my
what?
knee to
What?
propose to a
Why
man.
not? You guys are making way more money now.
Absolutely not.
wait,
Yo, did you
but
hear what she
the
said?
first question is this, right?
She said she go to the
Wait, the first question is this, right? Like,
Oh my gosh.
why is it that?
Chiz, we want to move forward now.
Okay, well,
It's still stuck. Okay,
no, I was actually asking about the
moral of the
proposal.
story,
Right,
right?
that is going to lead to. I
Okay,
know where it's
yeah,
gonna go
let's-
to.
let's-
So let's jump to this next one, because I want us to talk about this next one real quick.
Okay.
Let's jump to the next one real quick. This one goes, and this one was all over social. During the week, it was all over social media, but this one goes like this. Man, you need to stay in your son's life. For some reason, the single mothers think it's okay to buy our sons kitchen sets. They run out of toolbox sets. Just like I wouldn't buy my daughter a toolbox set, it's not okay to buy a kitchen set for a boy. If you buy my son a kitchen set, please keep him away from mine. Or if you buy your son a kitchen set, please keep him away from mine. this shit ain't right, and y'all dead us wrong for trying to ride a wave like this. Grill sets or two box sets are for boys, and kitchen sets are for girls.
Totally agree.
I know you lying. Have we heard of chefs?
Right.
Are there male chefs?
So
These world-renowned chefs, they were probably gifted a kitchen set when they were children and just began
Not
to
necessarily
run it.
though. Not necessarily.
We don't know. We're
We don't
talking
know.
on. We're
She
talking
actually
on
has a
whatever.
person.
She has a very good point,
Like, it's
but not
crazy.
necessarily too, because here's the thing. When we're growing up, we're exposed to a lot of things. So 9 times out of 10, most people, whatever they were exposed. Did you know you want to be a travel nurse when you were a child?
No.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily the case that every chef, every head chef got a kitchen set when they were younger and they were whipping that shit. Nah, I don't think so. Let's not use that as a boom to. Let's.
So
Because
I
what
just
you're doing-
have
That
a
question
question.
is so.
Can I-
Here's the issue
can I
with
ask
it
a
because
question?
go ahead.
Go for it.
Is cooking, preparing, and eating food gay?
No.
Is that something that changes your sexuality?
No, but when
Absolutely.
somebody,
Gender roles.
when a child, exactly, no, seriously, when a child is growing up, you're establishing a gender role with that child.
Did we just forget about our last conversation? We're not bringing that into this.
So
What do you mean?
because
No,
actually,
seriously, like, You're not, like, think about it.
so
Go.
I'm sorry.
No,
When
no,
you
go
were
ahead.
like in grade school, right? If you were like in first grade and your teacher just happened to have a kitchen set, and you saw your other homeboy playing in the kitchen set, you like, bro, that's gay, man. Don't do that shit. Like, I don't understand. Like, what?
So you would get your son a kitchen set.
If he wants to cook food, yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong
You
with
have
that?
to. You have
Exactly.
If
you know-
anything, whenever I become a mother,
Okay.
I would love to teach my child, my male child, to cook, to clean, because I don't want my male child depending on any woman.
So, okay, my mother taught me how to cook. My aunt
Okay.
taught me how to cook
That's-
as well.
that's-
But they didn't buy me a kitchen set. They didn't need to buy me a kitchen set because what you're doing is you're establishing a gender role by buying this child a kitchen set. If you want to teach your child to cook, teach him to cook. Teach him the things that he needs to cook. Find out what his favorite
But he
meal is
can't
and
cook
cook
at
it.
that age. But he likes the idea of it, so he can.
I don't know. I
So
just-
no. I guess my question is.
If it was
No,
a
you don't have to. I'm not saying that you're,
Yeah,
but
but-
you're still establishing a gender role. Like, you're not gonna buy your child or your son a Barbie doll, are you?
I don't know.
So you would buy your son a Barbie doll?
Actually, don't know.
Oh God.
I feel like my child's manhood.
I respect
I
your
feel like
This is a lot.
I genuinely.
What?
I respect that.
I don't necessarily
Conversation we've
how.
had so far.
What do you say?
I don't feel like my son's manhood would be destroyed if he had a
A Barbie
kitchen
doll?
set or even a Barbie doll. I'm not saying that I would buy him a Barbie doll, but if I saw my child playing with a Barbie doll, my male child playing with the Barbie
I
doll,
won't be like,
I won't be like, what? He's playing with a Barbie doll. He's a gay. He's
No,
I
we're not.
wouldn't
No,
do
we're talking
any of
about
that.
gender. We're not even talking about gay, straight, none of that.
So,
We're
but
talking
here's
about
the thing with
gender
that, a lot
roles.
of
Like,
that-
do you want to raise a man, or do you what? Like, if you want to raise a man, there's just certain things that you wouldn't just you
I
wouldn't
feel
buy
like a
your
man
son.
is more than a toy.
What is your
Yeah.
definition of a man?
Because
A
if
man
you say
is-
now you would buy him a certain Barbie doll, they have male and female.
What?
They have male and female dolls.
No, what I'm saying is I would not buy my son a Barbie doll, and I would not, or for instance, I would
If it's
not
a
buy.
girl Barbie doll, I mean, it could show. Like, would you be okay with that if it's a female?
You guys
Barbie doll,
remember
like a
that this
female?
is actually very, very subjective at the end of the day. Like, maybe that's not what he wants. Like, maybe you do that for your son.
No, I'm
Now,
just, I'm
you
just,
think
I'm
you
just,
think your husband
I'm
wants
just playing the opposite here.
Oh, I see.
Like, if it's a little boy and you bought him a girl a Barbie doll, would you like that better? Because it's the opposite sex.
Wait, say that again. If it's a little boy, you're saying buy him a girl Barbie doll?
Ken doll.
Would you appreciate that
That's
better?
it's the same thing as a Barbie doll, right?
No.
Because we're talking about dolls, but I'm saying, would you appreciate a little boy
So,
getting him a girl Barbie doll? You'd be like, yeah.
No.
Like,
Wait,
I wouldn't
Barbie dolls
buy
and
a
kitchen
Barbie
sets
doll.
are very different.
it's a girl.
Like Barbie dolls
Might
are.
start to show him some anatomy.
I feel like if you're trying
So
to raise
why
your little boy to be a
What?
good man, I feel like
Wait, what are you talking about?
Let's bring it back. Come on, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Okay.
Let's talk about let's just talk about it. What's wrong with a guy playing with a kitchen set?
yeah, what is
Because
wrong?
what if
I
your
have
child
nothing wrong
genuinely
with this.
shows interest
Yeah,
in cooking?
what is wrong
What
with
is
it?
wrong with catering
I have
and
nothing wrong with it. I would do that for my
nurturing
Right.
your child's desires and
It doesn't-
interests?
I don't think it makes him.
So did she buy him the kitchen set because he was interested in cooking, Or
Whether
she
he
just
is or
bored
he
of it.
isn't, let's see. Just like how you just throw your kids in different sports, let's see.
Yeah, like
Maybe he is interested.
I would
in
dress
cooking.
my son as a Barbie doll or anything. You get like, you know how like they do that whole queen, like you know how girls do like the tea thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that with my son, but I can get him a kitchen set.
I feel like
Maybe
if you
he-
start scaring them at that age, like that topic is so
Yeah.
disturbing.
Yeah.
Well,
These
yeah.
poor little boys, like if they
Yeah.
were like, no, don't touch the kitchen set.
Because
Then when they get older, they're like, oh my gosh, the kitchen set is associated with
exactly.
that bad thing,
Um,
and
And I
they told me
feel-
not to touch.
You're right.
Later on in life, it is a hindrance because
It is.
what if
In
you
fact,
truly
it might
are
be
passionate about
what you're
cooking,
afraid of.
but
Yeah.
you're in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, this is ghetto. I
But
should
because
never
I'm a
do
man, I
this.
can't touch
But
this.
you
I
can't
touch
touch
this.
this. Be yourself,
Mhm.
you know.
It all makes sense.
There was
because-
even one little. Oh, sorry. Continue.
It don't make sense now because I feel like girls are brought up to make sure that look, see that man, he needs to be the one that will take care of everything, and you guys can sit at home. But anyways, continue.
I was just saying, I even saw on Instagram, there's this one mother who has a son who actually she saw that her son had interest in cooking. And she did have a toy kitchen set or whatever with him. And he would actually practice. And then he eventually started cooking for real. Like on the real stove. Because, I mean, he did so well on the kitchen set. Of course, she was very careful. She was very careful. He started making eggs and things like that. I mean, the way I see it, it's for your child. You're buying it for your kid. You're not trying to make your kid look a certain way, or you're not trying to force your child to be a certain way. It's, hey, I see that my kid likes this, or you notice that he likes this, and that's it. It's
Honestly,
kind
the
of
people
simple.
who brought up that question are like all over that question. I feel like that's their own personal insecurities.
Yeah.
With themselves
Definitely.
as a parent or as a
but do we
person.
blame them for having that?
I don't blame anyone for anything. That's their own personal business
Yeah.
and their own personal
It's probably
insecurities
more
that they need
context
to
to
get
that,
over.
Yeah.
Because trying to put that fear into your child about a kitchen set,
Yeah.
if you're trying
It's
to
a
listen,
kitchen set.
it almost is making it seem like, okay, the homosexual versus heterosexual,
Right.
that's a whole different
I
story.
think
That's a
it's probably
personal
not
issue with
homosexual. I
your
think it's
parents.
more of like the gender role thing. I
Let's-
think is
Right,
people
that
think
part.
maybe the chef or the kitchen thing is more
Feminine.
feminine.
Women versus.
But I think it's very unisex. I don't know.
Absolutely.
It can be.
It is very.
All I'm
unisex.
saying is y'all talking about y'all don't want a man that makes more money than you and all this kind of stuff, but you're gonna buy your child a kitchen set.
So,
Heck yeah, and he'll make
because
all that
he
money
has a
being a
kitchen
chef.
set,
How many-
he's not gonna make more
how many
money
chefs
than me.
How many chefs are out there making more money than
Look, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a real chef.
There's
so-
that one.
No, but I'm making
Chef
more money
Ramsay.
than. So you're
How
making
many
how
female
many?
chefs do we
Let's say you
know?
make $100,000 a year. How many
Here we
chefs
go.
are making $100,000?
I don't know any.
How many? Oh yeah, no, okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
exactly.
I personally don't know any. It doesn't mean that they're not
But
out there.
I
I don't know.
I actually think I could be wrong. I think you're actually more successful male chefs than female chefs.
It
Okay.
could
I
possibly.
can
be.
imagine.
Because I don't know any
But
like
female
female
chefs.
chefs.
I
Like, there's
do.
popular, but I know Gordon Ramsay.
I
and the rest.
know of a female chef. She's from Louisiana and she loves to cook. And she actually built her son a kitchen set. But it's not even like, it doesn't have pink or anything. It's very masculine,
Yeah.
modern kitchen set. And she allows him to cook because she likes to cook.
It's not masculine.
I don't see a problem with that.
It's preference.
It is preference, and at the end of the day, sometimes people do stuff just to right away, or just to be a mom, or just to I let my child be conformed. Like the
Yeah.
thing is, as kids, they don't. This is me speaking now. They don't necessarily know about this thing. So
Exactly. They
if
don't.
I choose not to buy my son a kitchen set, and I choose to show him how to cook
They're
at a
not gonna think
particular
anything
age,
of it.
that's my preference, and there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean I'm homophobic. It doesn't mean that, you see what I'm saying? Now, if you choose to buy your son a kitchen set, and you feel like you want him to start learning to cook at 1 year old, that's on you, and you want it.
Absolutely.
It doesn't
Right.
mean anything.
Absolutely.
I mean, because I was reading those comments on when it was posted on the show, bro, you should see those comments. And trust
Out
me,
of line. In the shower.
trust me when I
can only
say,
imagine.
trust me when I say it was mostly 60-80% to 80% women who were saying, hell no.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That they wouldn't
Look
get
at
in
the
kitchen
comments
set.
and see. Like a lot of women were like, no, I can't let myself. No,
It's
no,
a
no, no,
huge
no, 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 no,
Like, I'm
no.
not saying there's nothing wrong.
You see
I
what I'm
know how
saying?
to cook. I don't mind cooking. I love cooking actually. Like I'm very, very happy when I'm cooking, but I don't. It's establishing a gender role. That's how I'm looking at it.
So
I
does that
love
mean
women
you
who
loving the cook is feminine?
No, what I'm saying is
Role.
like roles, gender roles.
So the woman
It's
is
not
supposed to be the
necessarily the cooking. Is the roles that you're establishing for that young man.
So what roles are you talking about? Are you trying to establish
woman
that
is in the
women are
kitchen.
supposed to
Yeah.
cook? So why do you love to cook? Why do you cook a lot or
Yeah,
whatever?
you can know how to do something, but like let's say there's a role, like it's just like you're in the workplace, right? You can know how to do something, but they assign you to this role.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like if you believe in gender roles, the
Of course.
regular gender roles is that women cook and clean. That's it at home.
And to that, I want to read this. I want to read this question that Tony asked. Listen,
Stay at home.
And he said stay at home. He
Oh,
said,
God.
"Stay at home."
I felt like
I'm joking.
Tony says the real question is, why is cooking something that's required to leave? Why is that a gender role?
Absolutely.
When
Great
all
question,
gender is
sis.
required to leave.
Exactly. It's because women
I love that question.
are supposed to be subservient. We're supposed
No,
to
no,
be like,
no.
he
no.
go make
I'll tell you
food,
why. I'll tell you why.
food,
The man
you know?
went out to the jungle and hunted. He killed the animal, brought that animal back to the village, and the women gathered and cooked it.
Yes.
That's just how it works. Is that not a gender role?
I mean, it's fine.
No, it's not saying that the man
Well,
couldn't cook the meat or any, but it was
I
just
see that, right?
because
But-
you built.
But in
Feel that
today's society,
as
the
a
women go to the grocery stores and coming home with the groceries,
So my man
and they're
don't
still
cook.
cooking the groceries.
Exactly.
And some
So-
women love to do that. Me personally, I love a man who can cook.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is
I would
beautiful.
also, if I love you, you know what I'm saying, I would cook for you as well. But it's just a give and take. Like, why does
No,
it have
these
to be
all
one
I'm saying.
person's
These are
role?
just gender roles that have translated through history, so we just know them for what it is. We're questioning why is it this way, or why is it that way? But literally, it's through history. That's the way it is. If we want to change it, we can change it. But as of right now, this is how it is.
Come on. Also, back to the comments. I want us to talk about this too. Someone says, y'all need to think outside the home environment. Think about what these kids would experience and how their peers would treat them at school, for example. How would you, just imagine going to school and say, yeah, my mom
That's
bought
a
me
good point.
a Barbie doll, or my mom bought me a kitchen set. This
That's
is
actually a
this
very good
conversation.
point.
You know, so,
I mean, it's all true.
Yeah.
because like
I
you
mean,
said,
and
because like you
what
said,
you're saying makes sense. What you're saying makes sense. You know, it is what it is. We can't lie about
No,
it.
but it makes sense because like I think we keep forgetting the other side of things, like thinking about it on a macro level. Like like if they go outside and as a guy, like there's still like a small stigma that I think that might come from it, saying, oh, like I have a cooking set at home.
But as a parent, though, you still can't. You can't
Or you have to
keep
factor
your
those things in.
child from certain things because of what society thinks
Thank
and what
you.
their
This is-
peers
Yeah.
are
Thank
thinking.
you.
No,
As a
absolutely.
parent, you have to like talk to
This is
your
true.
child. Caution them, of course. Like, hey, honey, at school they might think it's weird, but do you enjoy that? We can do that with
Exactly.
mommy. when we
Right.
come
Because
home.
that's what truly
things
matters.
like
Okay,
that.
so-
Exactly.
Not what other people think.
Yeah, and you can't hinder
Kids
them.
like
This is-
that.
they're
Kids
gonna
like you
move
are the
past
problem.
that. They're gonna-
The ones that.
no, but here's,
Exactly.
but no, let's be real.
It is that there's so many confusing, like,
It's definitely
ideology
not black
there,
or
because I
white.
feel like, you guys believe in gender roles, but somehow, like, you're deviating again.
How?
No, I see what he's saying, but the thing is, it's general. Sometimes it's like a thin line when it comes to certain things. It's a thin line that you could easily be overcrossed. Like he said, back in the day, the man used to go to hunt, and then when they come back, which is true, the woman will be the one to go ahead and cook. So now in today's day, nobody's hunting. They're going to the grocery stores. Who go to the grocery stores for the most part? The women go to the grocery stores.
Yeah.
Well,
I love it.
the hunting is different now. It's like going out and working. I would definitely define
Providing
man-
the money to
providing
go to
the
the grocery
money
store.
for the
I would
family.
agree with
That's
that.
the hunting now. So, and
But
that's
then
when we
women
go
are
back-
also doing that too.
Women are
today.
doing that
You see what I'm
too
saying?
now.
So that's
So-
what I'm saying. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
But then,
is-
and you also see why in today's society they talk about how women that are going out there and hunting, having their businesses and all that kind of stuff, we put them in a category of alpha female. Like we have to define
Yeah.
certain things now
That's
as a
so
result of
interesting.
that. Like that's just how we are as a society.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. So, question to you, John. Chica says, how does a man having a Barbie doll affect his ability to grow up and be a man?
how.
Mhm.
I don't know how, but it does affect his ability to grow up.
And next to that, Cody says this, and we need to pay attention to this. He says, clearly y'all have never been to a boarding school. I'm a survivor. No, seriously.
I've never been to a boarding school.
Me, I've never
Which
been
is
to a boarding
true,
school.
which
Hey,
is
Cody,
fine.
you're right.
But
You're right.
if you've been to a boarding school, I can see how those people in the comments on that Shade Room post are acting the way they're acting. Because if they were in that situation, dude, boarding school,
they'll
you will
get
get
smoked.
bullied. You get smoked for anything, for you doing anything that's just against the norm. If that makes sense. If I come into a boarding school with a Barbie doll, just imagine the backlash.
done.
So imagine me growing up. Why would I buy my son anything?
Which is why
close?
Night Jazz the way that
No,
it is.
it happens
Yeah.
everywhere though.
But you can't
It's-
you can't remove constants. Like there are things that are constant. You have to just understand that you factor it in, right?
Who says that?
Just because someone makes fun
So,
of you doesn't
in
mean
Nigeria,
what they
right,
say
like if you're going to
Yeah,
like something
Nigeria.
like
Trust me,
boarding
it's
school,
like it's
right?
make it fun.
That is a constant, right? Like, so let's say your child is in Nigeria, right? Let's, hypothetical. You have to factor that in and realize that this would, as much as you want to talk, self-confidence to your
Yeah.
son,
I mean, if that's the case,
Yes,
again,
no.
that's where the parent comes in and cautions the child. Like, if that's the true child's interest, and you are
then
in
there'll be
Nigeria,
a different way.
That
you
means
have
that
to
actually-
handle
get
it
out of
differently.
school.
That actually
Or that
gets
interest
into-
might not
that's
even come
serious.
if that's
I'm pulling them out
their
of school.
state. In the U.S., everyone can do anything, so the interest will probably come to them like
Yeah, it's not
naturally.
special.
If it gets to the point where my child is being ridiculed because he likes something and there's nothing I can do about
Yeah,
it,
you might have to
I will
switch
take
schools.
him out that
That's
school.
ridiculous.
Yes.
But when you're taking a child out of that school, you do understand that there are other factors too. Like he's about to lose a
Yeah.
group of friends.
So I
So it's
don't-
not
But-
a straightforward answer.
Who
Okay, so-
but see,
so-
I don't care
That's
about
not-
those things.
that's
When it
not
comes
his
about
people.
yes, now the livelihood of my child, I don't care about his friends. And his
But then
No,
you
no,
know
but
what's
here's the
crazy?
thing.
It could do something psychological to the child as well. Be like, dang, my mom removed me because of this. Like, what's really going on?
If
Like,
he's
my
being
friends don't-
bullied-
my friends don't
straightforward
like
answer,
me.
if
Y'all
he's
are
It's
weird
very
about to
straightforward.
ostracize a child because he likes to cook.
That's why I'm like, it's not black
But
and
it
white.
happens,
It's
though.
not that strict. It's definitely
Yeah,
a
it's not.
gray area. And when that time comes, you face it the way you face it when that time comes.
Yeah,
No,
it's just
it's
like,
worth the conversation.
It's crazy.
Some-
my child.
It's some
Somebody-
bullshit.
It's crazy.
Somebody
Bullying
said
is
get
mama
your
bears.
child. Okova says teach your child not to give a fuck about what people think.
That part.
Thank you.
That part right
Let me say
there.
that. Let me say that.
That
Yes,
part.
I like that
Like,
one.
we all
So
say,
y'all know how hard
we
it is to not
also,
give a fuck.
we all say we
As
don't
a
care.
child, it's
We
Like
say we
this.
don't
They're
care.
gonna care.
Even as an
Poor little
adult, we
babies.
struggle with that. Not to
They will
talk about
cry
a kid.
so much when they come home.
That's true.
So
Like,
Jim
I
says
tried
you
not to
guys are
give a
not
fuck.
thinking about the backlash your kids will
Yeah.
experience. And then Ruth, you're in healthcare. How many hours in a day do you spend with your child versus teachers, friends, daycare, etc.? These people have a strong hold on your child's life.
Yeah, I don't have any kids.
I mean, eventually you don't have kids.
Yeah, but I mean, it's true. Those,
Because here's the-
those are our those are all very relevant points. Literally everything that everyone is saying right now is very relevant. But the thing is,
until you're there, you're not going
yeah,
to
until
attack
you're
it.
there, all this is just opinion based. We don't know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
I don't know who has kids here or who doesn't have kids. Who am I to talk about what a mama should do with their kid right now? Who am I?
Y'all let
Nobody.
people on Facebook dictate how y'all feel about society.
Exactly.
Okay,
you just have to make the best choice.
I mean, that's motivational speech, but at the end of the day, like, reality is very different.
So
I'm pulling my
what-
kid out. I'm still standing on that.
someone says
That's an
so,
option.
so are you going to encourage your black son to open carry since it's legal
Oof.
and
Those
not
questions
worry
are
what
good.
anybody thinks?
Is that the
These
next?
questions are getting kind of
No,
deep.
that's a comment.
Wait.
That's because we're saying that if you don't give a fuck, it's
A lot of factors go into that. How old is the child? Is he over 18? Or
He's
is he-
black.
Of course,
How
I
old is the
know.
child is black?
I know that. I'm just saying.
that's it. No,
I feel like
Okova
that's a
said-
whole different
Yeah.
thing.
a
That's
whole
like
different-
systemic racism, like we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Open
That's-
carry.
That's
Like,
a really deep question.
But he
Yeah.
doesn't care, though.
That is
Yeah.
I feel like if my child has proper training, like I would like to know that he's properly trained with using a gun.
It's
Yeah.
not, but, okay, I don't think I understand the question.
I like your mindset. I know you just kind of dabbling and being the devil's advocate and stuff.
Yeah,
Right. This
I'm
might be
brilliant.
true.
Thank
This
you.
might be true. I don't know.
He is the devil's advocate.
He is the devil on the shoulder.
So I saw a comment earlier. Before I want to talk about that, and we'll jump to this last topic real quick. I think Tonya was saying that gender roles are actually established by men. So basically, trying to say who even says that cooking is a woman's responsibility.
Yeah, who is
why,
saying
why did that come to be?
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
That is a
It
good.
automatically happened. That's why I just described. The man was the
There's
one.
no automatic.
Okay, so
Somebody-
who's?
Are we
No,
on?
no, listen,
Are we
listen,
on?
No,
all
listen.
night?
No, let's look at biology.
Was it
No,
Adam and Eve?
no, listen.
Okay.
Think about
No,
it.
who's
Who's
who
stronger?
would you send out there to go hunt down the kill for the gathering?
Physically,
tonight?
who's stronger?
Are you gonna send the woman out there, the woman and the kids to go kill? Like no,
No, guys,
it
to
automatically
piggyback on what
happened.
you're saying, I agree with that because if you think about it today,
For real.
8 times out of 10, if a man goes in the kitchen, here you were trying to make sure he's doing everything right.
Yeah.
Here you were trying to, because you guys probably just want to cook. You just feel like you're the one who's supposed to be cooking.
But I mean,
Now,
that's because it's the way society has made
exactly,
it, you know?
but
My parents, my
but
parents'
women,
parents, my
but
parents'
women
parents.
are still holding that
Holding on to
stronghold
that,
and
yeah.
they're holding on to it. So it's even getting to a point where it could actually become a thing where you're gonna knock head because of that. So do you blame the man for taking a step back and saying, "Go ahead"?
No, I don't. But then that's where it comes to with you and your man. Y'all need to have a discussion
Always.
because
Yeah.
our society has raised us this way, like unintentionally or intentionally. But with you and your person, y'all need to talk. Like,
Yeah,
say,
you can't
hey,
just
these
go
are things
by
that I'm okay
society
with,
all
the
or
way.
these are things that I'm
If
not
my
okay
husband-
with.
if my
Because
husband
this is
kick-
us. If you want us to be together till
Yeah.
death do us part, we need to have a conversation.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's anything
Conversations
wrong
are
with the
necessary.
gender roles. I think the quicker we
I don't think there's
embrace
anything
these
wrong
gender
with
roles,
it.
the easier it is. Because it's like, why go against the tide? Like,
So
why
if you
create
try to
more?
stick together till
Yeah,
death
it's
do us
like-
part.
I think we actually have to, right? Like, if human beings are evolving, things are getting different, gender roles have to be.
You have to
like,
evolve as well.
It has to evolve.
Right.
Like,
No, I
we're
agree
talking
with
about,
that.
like, he was actually saying the whole cooking and cleaning, when you're saying, oh, make a home. Like, that is actually something that individually we do. It's not it's not, when you're coming into, like, a relationship, I don't think it's like oh, yeah, I can actually make a home. No,
I'm not going to bullshit
but
you
in
right
that
now.
question you had asked about who's paying all the bills, if I'm gonna go to work the whole time, how are you contributing?
Yeah.
Which is
So you're
I had
contributing by making
mentioned
a home that I already
making a
do
home.
by myself. That's not you
Let's
contributing.
not go back there.
But here's the thing. No, let's. I want us to actually let's touch on it a little bit. We don't have to dwell on it too much.
Okay.
To his point, he says that he cleans the home and he does, but not to your expectations. So you come in and you take on that in by yourself because that's what y'all do. He does it. He's satisfied with what he does, but you come in, you're not satisfied with his level of home or his level of cleanliness.
And actually,
We make it better.
No, Chiz, trust me. There's
We
going to be
make it better.
something that they'll
no,
find.
no. I really doubt
No, but let's be real. That's what it is.
There's
And
literally nothing
again,
about a woman.
he's
that's-
confident and he's fine with what he does. But when y'all come in, y'all want to switch. And so that's how automatically y'all just take over it. And you say, you just switch on it. Like, it's not no man's fault. That's all I'm trying to say. Because you guys just naturally just want to come in and be like, boom, I got this. But no, he got it before you even got there. But you feel like you got it even better.
But is it good?
We
Is
got it
it
together.
up to
How
the
about that?
standard?
I mean,
Up to what?
that's
Okay,
what
let's
you're
move on.
Let's go. No, I want to take this
That's
one
what you're
comment.
saying.
This Jake saying, who says giving birth is a woman's responsibility? We're gonna move. We're gonna move.
I mean, stop
We're gonna move.
it, stop it.
Listen,
It's an edge case, but look.
Can a man push a baby out of his
Well,
penis?
first of all,
Can a
like,
man push a baby
like,
out of his
I
penis?
keep telling you, Javon is
my
involved,
God.
right? I don't need you to make a baby.
Oh,
But you still need a
okay.
woman though,
Well,
right?
That's
No.
it. That's
You
my
need a
cue.
woman.
You need
Whether it be
Yeah, you need
Men
a
don't
woman.
need women to have
Can't
kids.
you-
Not need
but you
Well,
need
can't you
some
grow a baby?
dangerous.
Can't you grow a baby?
In a
a
tube?
tube? Yeah.
But you
I
still
said
need an
edge
egg.
case.
But you
You
still
need
need an
someone
egg,
to
exactly.
exactly.
You need an
You
egg.
need
Where do you
an
get
egg.
eggs
I
from?
can just pay a woman.
When you
Come
get,
down by
but you
one
still
video.
need a woman.
I don't need my wife to do that.
It might not be your wife,
Yeah.
but you still need a
But I can
woman.
get married
At the
to
end of
you
the day, you still need a
And
woman.
have a tube baby.
It
And
sounds
so
like he
what
doesn't
you
want
So
a
which
wife.
means you're not bringing anything.
It might be
sounds
a
like
tube
he
baby,
doesn't
but
want
you
a
still
wife.
need the egg from
This one is
somewhere.
crazy.
Do you
That
want
doesn't
to
make
make
but
it?
it's not you.
So do you
Okay, guys.
so go and grow your
I'm
tube
done.
baby and live
The
alone.
question
First of all, I'm
who said a woman has to?
Yeah.
I'm not living alone.
That is crazy.
Let's come back.
Y'all know robots can make babies now though, so
Let's come back.
apparently.
Let's come back. Let's come back. Come on, come on, let's come back. Let's come
This
back.
is the problem with today. Men think they don't need women. Like, women
Right,
are
right.
useless. Like,
wouldn't lie to
I don't
you.
need a woman.
I've heard more women say
Say
I
that.
don't need a
I
man
believe that.
than a man saying I don't.
He's talking about he can grow a baby in a tube.
No. First of all, let's not personalize this.
Somebody.
I said this is an edge case, so I was giving you a hypothetical.
They
Like,
don't need us, sis. You don't just carry babies for 9 months. They don't need us
my
anymore.
God.
They don't need us no more.
Oh my
That's
God.
fine.
They got the laboratory.
Oh
We
my
can go.
God.
Tonya says this is why her house must have separate bathrooms and closets, and he's in her section. So if you talking about you clean, she gonna have her own little.
what is this
Right.
thing where they think
You can
women
clean
are
your own
clean?
bathroom.
Safe?
You know what?
What?
I agree.
Like,
Like,
I've actually gone to more unclean females'
Go
homes
look in their
than
cars.
male homes. What are you talking about?
That's so true. Cars.
Cars? What?
Mm-hmm. Go look in their
Go see
cars.
my car right now.
Look, my voice is not loud. I don't like this.
No, let's be real. You people are dirty.
Oh my gosh.
Who are you people?
You talking about him?
You
You know,
I clean my
you
own.
know.
let's jump into the one. Somebody said something. Let me see. Chica says, I agree. We as women have to work on relinquishing control if we want more equality with men.
You know, I want to say something.
Okay, I agree with that.
Okay.
I want to say
Do
something.
we want equality?
Progress.
Is
Thank
that
you. Look, I want to say something.
Hey guys, just keep quiet.
Hold on.
Okay.
Abike she has something to say.
I want to say something about this comment.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't want equality with men because if I'm equal to a man, that means you can hit me and it's okay. Because if y'all hit each other, if y'all fight each other, it's fine. But if he hits me, it's bad because why? Because I'm a woman. I want respect.
Good point.
I want respect.
Hold on.
Wait. I want respect as a woman.
Okay.
Respect me as a woman. If I'm working a job and the man is working a job too, respect me as a woman because I'm doing my job and pay me what you owe.
So here's
I
the
don't
thing.
need
Here's the thing.
equality.
Here's the thing with what
I don't
you
need
said, right?
equality.
I feel like no. Before you say that, I feel like if you're thinking that being equal is automatic pass for him to hit you, then that's not.
That's,
No,
so,
that was an
let me
example.
actually say this.
That was
Let
an
me say
example.
this, right?
It was an example.
Like, there are certain things that
We're not equal, no
that
matter
I
what.
think that
We're just
actually
not.
makes
I agree with
us
that.
like
Biologically,
biologically
yeah.
makes us a
Biologically.
man
Yeah.
and a woman.
Exactly.
Right?
We're not equal.
So if for some reason like men are stronger, like for the
Yeah,
most
no.
part, there's a woman that can beat up, you know.
There
but,
are some,
but
yes.
for the most part, men are stronger than women, right?
Yes, no.
For the most part, women are the ones that can actually bear children, right?
Yeah.
So that-
For the most
What?
part. They really want to take that
The-
from us.
all women that can
They
bear
really
children.
want to take
For the most
that from
part.
us.
Which one is
Not
for
all
the most
women
part?
can bear
Don't-
children.
What do you mean?
I mean, yes,
Not
not
women,
Like
no.
barren women? Okay,
Yes.
that's
That's
an
different.
I'm
outlier.
just being specific.
That's
but,
an outlier, yeah.
Okay, for the most part. Okay. Anyways, but
Most
boy.
some women out here bearing
Wow.
kids.
but my thing is this, right?
That's
So
what
when
you
we-
know that have to bear children.
Right?
Like,
Is there men out here bearing children now?
I would like to meet
Guys,
them.
all I want to say is Cody is stupid.
What did you say?
Cody is stupid.
Oh my God.
He said, Auntie just yarn dust. What about you? Cody is stupid, bro.
Not my thing.
He's ridiculous. Let's do this. I want us to.
Let's go to the last one.
Yeah, let's.
I don't
want
understand
us-
what yammed means.
No, he said what you said didn't make sense, but he just.
It didn't make sense.
Tell me what
Sorry, you.
Could you just this together? Don't mind them.
Sorry, sir. I'm sorry you don't like the way I'm saying things.
Let's do this. I want us to talk about the last. Let's go to the very last one. The one about the posting and the showing off. And we can wrap up with that.
Yes.
Yeah, the last one. All right. So
Well,
I'm
for
gonna go ahead.
15
I'll go ahead and read it out.
This guy is warning
So
me out.
why don't men
You're
post?
welcome.
Why don't men post and show off their women? Women wanting to be posted has a lot to do with just wanting to be loved out loud and shown off. But some men fail to understand that. It costs absolutely nothing to make your partner feel like you're proud of them, even if it is not important, in quotes, or it's not that deep to you. You spend more time complaining and arguing than just doing it and making your partner happy.
Cheesy?
I feel like it takes men a lot longer to like grow so emotionally for the woman enough to post her and
Really?
like claim her completely.
I don't think so because I'm emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's different men, but I do feel like it takes men longer. Like women,
So,
you know.
Do you care if your man posts you?
Do I care? Yeah, I care. I care.
I guess it depends on the type of person you are. Like if you're a social media type of person, it would be, I would see why it would be nice for like a guy to do that. I don't think I have any problem doing that. I'm not a social media person, I don't know. But if that's the only thing that would make us not fight.
I know
If
some
he's never
girls
done it
that-
before and I ain't never seen him post no other female on his thing before, then I might not feel any type of way.
I know
But I
some
doubt
girls
it.
that don't post it, man. Or
I doubt
what
it.
they do is they'll post
it.
like
I
the
don't think I
silhouette
post
of their man, but not his face.
Oh,
Like, people,
yeah. Let's
We ain't there yet.
I just want to know why is that?
Because we ain't there yet.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Oh, yeah.
He may not be lasting. It may be another man's hand,
Yeah.
until he can be.
No, you guys are
So could
doing
it be
what
that
men
men
are
are doing the
doing.
same thing now?
If
That's
my
why
man
they're
don't
not posting.
post me, I'm gonna pull an Issa Rae and y'all gonna see us on our wedding day.
Mm.
Yeah, how about that?
No, but here's the thing. Let's maybe take it away from social media for a second. If he doesn't talk about you, you don't have to be like he doesn't talk about you in his friend circle. Like they ask
I
about.
think that's really bad. That's dangerous.
Is it?
Not really.
That's a red flag.
But what if
Especially to his friends.
let's not-
Like,
Yeah,
this is
that's
close
Let's
separate.
not
friends.
use Instagram
Several.
dictionary. Please, this is what I'm saying. Like, I actually think that there are some men that really like a private life. They like to
But
that's
you're
just
still
their-
consoling somebody. If it's
Why you
your
so
brother,
private?
your sister, your mama,
Yeah, to an
somebody
extent.
needs
To
to
an extent.
know that I am with you.
You're right.
Huh?
If no one knows that I am with you,
That's a problem.
Because
I don't think
all
no
the
one,
time.
like-
There are women who post their man every freaking week. Like you see,
and
I
it's
love my
premature,
man, I love my
you know?
baby.
Might not be.
All this kind of stuff. You go to the man's page, there's one picture, like way at the bottom of her, and it's like that's disrespectful.
Is it?
Honestly, yes.
So you guys post your man. I mean, if you have a man, you post him. You celebrate.
Maybe
it.
I'm kind of I don't know yet,
You wouldn't.
but
I feel like it would really depend on like the level we're at. 'Cause I will not. I'll tell you right now.
y'all would embarrass me.
Any man you see
Exactly.
on my photo grid, if they are on my photo grid,
What's
they
your
are not my
Instagram
man.
name again?
It's serious.
I'm very
business.
serious because I will not post the man unless we are really there. Like,
Yeah.
And I was referring to married couples.
Mhm.
These are people who are married.
Okay.
Yeah. They won't post their wives, but yeah.
So, but what if, what if it's like this sex symbol like on Instagram, and he doesn't want to like spoil his market? And guess what?
why is your market still open if we're
He's bringing in. I think you want the man
Hey.
that's bringing in money.
okay? Please
It's
get
still
us.
necessary to post it.
Going back to this.
But you know that, right?
If
You know
the
that there are men
relationship
that
is real,
even if it's real, there are people that they know that like, look, this is their audience, right? If they start posting someone, it's going to actually reduce their
well
audience.
then that means your whatever brand you're building is not a strong one and there's no loyal fans. If they're gonna just move away from you just because you post a woman, look at Justin Bieber. He's married, don't you? Justin Bieber.
Let's first of all, Justin Bieber is very well established. Like I'm talking like someone that is just starting off, and let's say you started dating them, right? And they are building followers.
No, if we just started
Building.
dating and stuff
Wouldn't
like
you-
that.
No, like
I'm
so
not
they just
expecting
started
that.
building followers, right?
Okay.
But you guys are already dating.
If we're dating, I honestly,
How long do you think it takes to
I still
actually
don't
build
expect
followers?
you to post me.
No, so how long do you think it takes to build followers? Like build an audience?
I don't know. I'm sure it takes a
Yeah,
lot of
it
work.
depends.
It takes a lot of
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So in that time, and for some reason you guys are still 2 years is
Okay. 2 years.
so, and he doesn't post you. What would you say?
I feel like I would be fine with that. I mean,
Oh, okay.
what's happening on social media, that's social media. I mean, if him and I are good off of that,
And
that's
that is
fine.
the real answer to that question.
Right.
That's
that.
fine.
But I
But
see it.
But let me ask you all this. What is okay, let me ask Tam, because she actually has something to say.
Like,
So
bro.
what are you getting from you
The
being
post.
posted?
That you publicly love me, appreciate me.
What if he does those things
Regardless.
regardless? He tells you how much he appreciates you, and he's open with it, and he does everything like she says. He may not have money, but
I
he
mean,
comes 100% on every other thing,
We
and he
can
means
say
all
that.
those things.
We can say that, but it's
What's the
just
reason?
in real life. I know so many men and women who they'll say like, "Yeah, our relationship is good," but they are embarrassing them. Like in real life.
Yeah.
For real, like.
This is where I'll meet her in the middle, right? I feel like if for some reason you as the partner, you're doing everything she wants, it would take a very stupid woman to be like, you know what, since you're not posting me on social media, I don't want
I think at that point
I mean,
it
some
comes
people-
to trust. It comes to like their relationship might be on some
Exactly.
If you feel some type of way, if you feel there's a reason
like
why.
that he's
yeah.
hiding you,
Yeah.
like you feel like literally.
That's what.
Let's not remove the fact though that social media has this like bad power that over us, where it's like the validation we get from there really triumphs a lot of
It's
shit.
very true.
Yeah.
So
very
right.
sad.
we can really forget that then, like we really have it good, but just this one thing we want to fixate
Yeah.
on it.
Alright.
Yeah, it's
So
very
let's,
true.
what if he actually is somebody who's very, very active on social media? Posts himself, posts his activities, what he does on a daily basis, but you never feature on that.
Yeah.
Does
I ain't giving no
that
stories.
hits you a different way? No,
I think it does a little bit. I
because
think it does.
here's what I'm getting with that.
Because I'm a part of your
I would comment. I took his photo.
No, but here's the thing though, because like you said, you literally said that you wouldn't post somebody unless it's for real. So
Yeah.
some guys are like that. You know, I don't want to post you
That's
until
I respect it.
Oh, yeah.
until
Because that's
you
a-
put
Until
a ring on your finger.
I put
That's
no,
kind of
until you put the ring on my finger.
Like I said, my husband
Here we
is
go.
really
Oh,
No,
God.
I mean it's a little embarrassing too. Like we need to
To
learn
who?
ourselves before we start inviting strangers into
True.
our lives and our relationships. Oh my God, y'all look cute together. Oh my God, you
Agreed.
is ugly. Oh my, girl, he fucked that other girl yesterday.
Agreed.
You
Yeah.
know?
But so like,
Everybody inside their
Girl, I
guys-
wish we didn't know about Jada.
Exactly.
Honestly, I wish
Did
we
y'all
would've
see that
kept
petition?
a
Yeah.
secret.
I'm sad for that relationship.
Baby,
Man,
So
Alright,
we're
so-
saying that
so-
social media is not a good.
it's really
It can hinder.
it can
Yes.
mess up. It
I actually
can
think
relationships,
I actually think
possibly.
people should remove
Less is
relationships
more.
from social media. My opinion. I think it's-
So-
Alright, so y'all take your relationship statuses off of social media. Don't
Yeah,
post your
like,
wives
you
and your
know.
girlfriends. Girlfriends, don't post your husbands.
Somebody said
As of right
assurance.
now, I
Assurance.
personally do
So
not.
y'all don't want assurance?
I want assurance. I want assurance.
You
So
can-
how do you get that assurance? Let's
For
go
me, you
there.
can show me assurance in
Outside of
different
social
ways.
media. As in-
For me, like, you just need to verbalize it. If there's like distance and stuff like that for too long, okay, you acting weird, you're cheating on me. You're
Of course, straight up.
But if you're like, with me, you care about me, you're there with me. I mean, you don't necessarily need to post me.
Let me tell you something. Eh? See,
Shut up,
man,
don't say anything.
I can really do all this thing for you. Leave you at night.
Exactly.
So,
That's
okay,
exactly
but
what I
posting
was
me too. You
thinking.
can still post me
Listen.
and still be messing with the girl in the
True.
comments.
At the end of the day,
True.
men can do
Nothing,
anything.
nothing.
They will post you anything.
Exactly.
They will validate
That's
you
where it
verbally
comes
and
with
still be
trust.
going out at
And
night and cheating on you.
I'm telling you, you can post me. You can even
It is what
you can
it
have a
is.
wife back home somewhere. Like you can do
So
everything.
you don't mind about the person then? Because you just feel like it's a lose-lose.
I mean, me personally, I like to be shown off. I like to be, bragged on. So I want you to post me, but you can still be cheating on me. It doesn't change the
Yeah,
fact that it doesn't give you like stability just because.
Anyway,
like,
just so
Even
we know,
the girls, like
just
y'all
so
were
we know,
saying, they're
black
so
men don't
bold.
cheat.
Oh
Black
my
men don't
God.
cheat. So we don't do
But
that.
In fact,
the
some
thing is
girls
that-
some girls like their man to be with the girl already because it means that they
Some
are not
girls
gonna get
do.
too attached.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Man,
Or
they like you to be
They
in a
don't have that
relationship. They
responsibility.
prefer
Yeah.
for you to be in a
Some
relationship.
girls what?
They don't
Yes,
have
Some
that
that's-
girls
that's
they
the word.
prefer for you to be in a relationship so that when you do come to them, they don't have to take up those extra issues. Like
Yeah.
you got another girl
It's
who
actually
takes care
very
of the
smart.
house and everything like that. And all she got
It is.
is the
So
dating
some
life.
girls like
When
you
it
to
comes
have a side piece. That's what
to
you
have
No,
a
no.
main chick. Some girls prefer
the
the
side.
side.
So they want to
Prefer
be
the
the
side.
side.
Yeah, they prefer to be the
Oh,
side.
that's
Because
Like,
you have to deal with
you have
all
your
the
wife,
baggage.
you have your wife.
You don't
So can we see now why things are happening? It's people's fault.
They're exposing themselves.
Can we see now?
I'm just saying the way society is, please.
Can we see?
Wow.
Because sometimes it's very hard to what to say temptation. How do you?
I don't know.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
No, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That I
That's why at that
You didn't know
point
that?
it's you and him. Y'all
That's why the
need
girl
to-
in the club will be approaching the girl with the man with the girl.
said that? Why
Like,
did you do
they feel like-
Exactly. That's why she's so bold. Like she
kind
you know
of
her face.
Wow.
They outside, honey.
Wow.
Outside.
Hey, good conversations. That's all I'm saying. Good conversations. Hey, any last words? Somebody was still trying to know about the Bobby doll thing.
From my ass.
Yeah.
Last words? Any last words?
My last words are, can you pay my bills? Can you pay myself?
So that's what you want. You just want a guy. You just want a guy to pay bills. Okay.
Maybe we could chill. Just kidding.
No, you're actually not kidding though.
Oh man,
You're actually not kidding. Last words.
this was a great conversation.
Good conversations. Thank you for coming out for
I'm
sure.
gonna
Learned a
buy
lot.
my child a toy kitchen set.
A kitchen
And
set.
I will support you.
Would you buy your child your male child a Barbie doll? Just like
A Barbie doll?
Not a Barbie doll, but like a
male
doll.
doll?
Action
Like
figure?
a doll. No, like
Action figure.
like a black Barbie doll with hair, having braided their hands.
For a guy,
Yeah.
I don't think I would initiate it though.
No,
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
initiate it.
Okay.
I wouldn't initiate it.
But
I mean,
if
if he wants it, if he's
You
like,
wouldn't
"Mom,
initiate it. So if he wants it, you would.
I need a doll.
I would want to
I
know
would
why
like
he
it.
So
wants
if your
it.
son
A
tells
part
you
of
he needs
me
a doll,
would try to give you something else
Say
as a
less, honey.
replacement.
No,
Like an
seriously.
action figure.
This is a loaded question.
No, let's talk about it because I mean,
G.I. Joe.
5 minutes. Let's talk about it real quick. If your child asks you, "Hey, mommy, I want," if you go to the store and he points at a Barbie doll and says, "I want this," you're buying it.
Okay, so I'm gonna get some backlash from this, but I know that sometimes parents know their children. They know. You know what I'm talking about. So if you know,
You know.
you know. Let the kid.
well, just check
I
and make
personally
sure
would
that you
just
know
ask
first.
why.
Go ahead and tell
Yeah.
I
them,
didn't want it,
no.
sweetheart.
No,
Why? What
Barbie
makes you
dolls are
want
for
this?
girls.
Yes.
Go get your action figure. Like,
I think
Yeah.
the
don't just say,
biggest
"Okay, no,
thing-
I'm gonna go get your Barbie doll." Let him know
Okay.
first. No, Barbie dolls are for girls. And if he still decides that no, that's what he wants, then you know no.
But do we really?
I mean,
do
are
we
Barbie dolls
really
for girls?
know?
I don't
Do we
know.
really
You don't
know
really
that
know.
a child knows?
That's what
at
I'm
that
saying.
young
That's the
age?
biggest thing,
Do
like
we
y'all,
And if you
with
know,
children, with little kids, y'all need to pay attention to that
attention,
psyche, okay?
yeah.
They don't know these things. All the stuff that we've seen growing up and stuff like that, they are literally
innocent.
don't know.
They
They
just
just
like
saw
see
a
it.
doll because something happened to me when I was a child, you know, where it's like, dang, you put so much fear into me from that product or from that situation that now at my big age, I still see those things somehow,
Yeah.
you know? That's not what
That-
you do to
that
little
is
kids.
actually very real.
You should see them and be like, oh, okay, wow, so what drew you to that toy?
Exactly.
Talk to and it
Exactly.
can literally just be like,
Ask them a question.
oh, I like that part, or oh, I like that
Kids aren't
skin tone.
stupid.
I just like the
Talk to
box.
them.
I literally just want the toy because I like
Literally.
the box.
My favorite color is on there.
Exactly.
Communication.
That's it.
Exactly.
Children's
That's all.
minds
That's
are
all like,
innocent.
Very innocent.
Adults
So
are
much
trying to
fear.
sexualize
Yeah,
them.
we're the ones that
It's your
pervert the
own
line.
personal,
Yeah, I
like,
think
So, yeah, I would
it's your
guess
own
so.
personal
Low-key.
situation that you
What if
put
the child is
Because
innocent?
they
It's
have
like,
no
oh, that's
experience.
a
They're
Barbie
really
doll.
just
They don't
innocent.
know.
Exactly.
They don't know, like, oh, this has something to do with sexuality. They don't
Talking
know.
to your child is very
Yeah.
important.
You know?
I think a lot of parents do that unintentionally. They, they do that, but they put it on their kids, their own personal issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now their
I mean,
child is
but-
walking around
But like what he said.
So
So
you
scared.
get your son a doll, is what you're saying.
again.
I would ask why.
Exactly.
What makes you want
Yeah.
that
I would
doll?
let him talk to me. Let's talk
Is it
about
because
it.
of the color? Let's. This is a color too. Do
Communication.
you want this one?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
might take the doll, toss it away, and play with the box.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's how kids
Would you
are.
at least call your husband?
Call him and
And
say
tell
what?
him about that situation.
Yes, before you buy, because
At night.
it might not be straightforward.
Well, that's a good point.
I don't know.
Involve my partner.
You probably have to call your husband for that type of thing.
Call him for what?
Because he's the man.
I'm calling him because he's the man.
I mean,
So-
we'll probably most likely have
I'm
a
a woman.
conversation like, baby, your son had asked me for this. But as far as like in that moment, when I give him a call, like, hey, I'm at the cash register right now, and they're
What do you think?
no.
Sometimes
call my
it's good to
husband
actually have
after,
the man's
like-
perspective.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, like we'll talk about it. I'm
No,
sure.
he'll have a problem with it when he gets home. And
Most
finds
likely.
you bought his son a Barbie doll.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you didn't even say nothing.
Or
so
I'll use my
he's going to
husband.
have-
Oh,
he's
baby,
going
I'm
to
not
have
gonna
a
get it
problem
today. We
with
gotta
that.
talk to you. Whatever.
I think
Like,
it'll
don't know my
depend
husband
on
and
my
just like
child's
that.
response.
You
If the
probably want
response
to
was
call your husband.
somehow, it depends on my child's response.
Oh, you think your child's
It
responsible
is-
for your husband?
It's not that
depends
big. You
on
don't
the
have to
child's
buy your
response.
child something.
You don't have to
that-
buy it right there and then. You know,
I
you go
believe
back,
you.
have a conversation, and figure it out, and come back and back.
Yeah,
and back,
like I'm
right?
saying.
But
I'm getting married and let y'all know.
Right, like,
Right?
this is so.
okay.
Somebody said maybe he wants the doll so he can cut the head off.
Exactly.
You guys know some Game of Thrones
Exactly.
shit.
Like so many things.
Girls.
Or to, yeah, I need to go or to the house, you know,
You might be breeding something else with that. You might be breeding something else with that. If you want to cut it off.
That is more scary.
That's scarier than anything else.
like, honey, we don't do that.
Good conversations. Arthur says the only dog, there was only one dog, G-Dog. Wow, G-Dog.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Okay, bro, Cody says Kanayo approves. Alright guys, hey, good conversations. Thank you for coming out. Definitely have fun.
Thank you.
It was
Thanks for having us.
Good conversations.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for your perspectives.
No problem.
I hope
Anytime.
and your what's that one now? Your preferences and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, one thing at least I want us to actually take on
Was
is that as much as we have preferences, I would like that you guys actually go back home, think about the things I said.
Not think about the things I said.
Let's be serious,
I feel
guys.
like with that
I
preferences,
think
Yo.
you guys
if you
think
make a
about
certain
it.
amount of money, it's okay to be in the same range as your
So
partner.
it's actually
That's
it's
all
okay.
my bills. Can't pay myself on bills.
Think about what we said too.
No,
Go home and
did.
think about
she's
it.
you stupid, bro.
No, I did. I'm
You
just saying that.
stupid. Alright, let's end on this comment. Chica says, we need to be the change we want to see in the world.
Simple.
Gender
God.
roles won't change if we don't change them. And our children uphold those gender roles because they learn from us. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Good job, Chica.
Chica!
Good job, Chica.
It's not like they will listen to you.
No, I think Chica actually woke up on the good side of the bed today.
Me and Chica like this, man.
Words. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Good conversations. Thank y'all for coming out. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Time is way past spent. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Yes,
the video
yes.
stays up. You can always go back and watch this again or send the link to somebody so they can watch it as well. Yeah, man, we'll come back again next Sunday. Same thing. Same channel. Don't change the dial. You know how they say it. But no, thank you for tuning in for sure.
Don't
for sure,
touch
for sure.
that now.
Appreciate y'all. Somebody said she's not posting her boyfriend. Wow.
Yeah.
Boom. She said, what's the point? Boom.
Okay.
Oh.
Period.
But you want him to post you though, right?
Who is Ugon now?
I'm gonna get
She was on the
married.
show
Y'all gonna see it after.
sometime back.
Okay.
That's double standard. Y'all agree, right? You don't want to post him, but you want him to post you.
Y'all like he's separated.
And
We've been dating
But
for
no.
a while.
Right.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming out. We appreciate it.
Bye,
See
everybody.
y'all next week.
Peace, peace, peace.
You know what that reminds me? Remember